Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine, and welcome to Jasmine's Reading Corner. For today's Storytime storybook, I'll be reading Tumford's Rude Noises by Nancy Tillman. But before we get started, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. So now let's begin. Tumford Stout, like most little boys, liked to be silly and liked to make noise. It didn't matter that he was a cat. Tum never bothered with details like that. But today Tum's parents were not in the mood. He wasn't just loud, Tumford was rude. Look at that fat cat. He's coming down the banister. He's knocking down a vase of flowers and he has his tongue sticking out. What a wild, rambunctious cat. If I'm honest, I definitely want to party with him. He's so naughty. As everyone knows, if not, here's fair warning, loud noise is not pleasant first thing in the morning. Yet early this Tuesday, in Sweet Apple Green, Tum was an utter noise-making machine. Look at that cat. He has a drum kit, and in his troop of animals, he has a rooster, a chick, and a mouse. And we definitely know that rooster is just as loud as the drum kit. Facing his bowl, he blew bubbles and slurped. What does a cat sound like who blows bubbles and slurps? I had 2 cats and they never did that. How about you guys? Eating his sweet roll, he giggled and burped. Well, I guess he was satisfied by his meal, that's why he burped. But if you burp, you're supposed to say, "Excuse me." He's also made a mess. He's thrown his juice onto the counter. His parents, not pleased, were in fact quite put out with the sum of rude noises that came from Tom Stout. What a naughty, naughty kitty! He's popping balloons, and that makes such a loud noise, especially for people who aren't expecting it. He has his claws out. He's going after all the balloons. Someone stop him! Oh, and now he's laughing about it. Look at him. Look at him on the floor with his big fat belly put out like that. You'd think that would stop him, but no, not a bit. In fact, Tumford got quite a thrill out of it. There's one tiny thing that perhaps I should mention. ... What are we going to find out? What are we going to find out? Sometimes he did these things just for attention. Look at that cat. Look at Tumford. He has the grin of a Cheshire cat. He loves doing it. He does. He likes annoying everyone around him. Dear, that meant trouble indeed for Tum Stout. And he was certainly soon to find out. The Sweet Apple Guild, expected at 8, had just at this twinkling marched in through the gate. Can you imagine what Tumford Stout did? What did he do? What did he do? We should all guess. I think when they came in, he started making noise with lots of pots and pans. What do you all think? You think he TP'd them with toilet paper? Well, that's really annoying, but that doesn't make any noise. What else could he have done? Oh, I know. What if he had, say, a marble collection and he threw the marbles on the floor and then the guild fell and they crashed and that made a lot of noise. So let's find out what happens. That's right, you guessed it. Heaven forbid. Time seemed to stop, at least for a minute. But Tum didn't find much to laugh about in it. No, all he heard was the loud voice of doom. That naughty, naughty cat. He farted. He let out a big, loud, stinky fart at the Green Apple Guild. What a rude, rude, naughty cat. No one should ever do that intentionally. That is so horrible. Talk about rude manners. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ugh. Have you ever been around a pet or an animal who farts? It's not nice. Super stinky. Take that ill-mannered cat out of the room. Look at Tumford. He's being scooped up and he looks completely shocked and unimpressed, like, ow, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Stop it, stop it. Bother and misery, poor Tumford Stout had managed to land himself square in time out. He deserves it. Tumford, I do not feel guilty for you to have to stand in that corner and stare at two white, empty walls. You deserve it, buddy. As everyone knows, loud sounds and rude noise are not always welcomed from small girls and boys. They may get attention, it's true, yes they may, but it won't be felt in a very nice way. I'm sure that you could have told Tumford that. Maybe you'd still like to help the poor cat. Whisper these words in Tumford's ear if you would. ... Tumford, not all attention is good. Oh, there he is with his crocodile tears, all sad, holding on to his decrepit teddy bear, his worn out teddy bear, and he looks all sad with his poor me pussycat face. Do we think he's really, really sad? I think he's sad that he got caught and got in trouble, but he's probably still happy he's caused such a ruckus and made all this noise. Look, Tummy heard you. He heard loud and clear. What a relief. Well done, my dear. Yay! Tummy heard our pleas. He heard our pleas to say not all attention is good. It looks like Eureka. He's finally got it. Ding dong in his head. He's like, oh my, I get it. Okay, I'll be a good cat. In Sweet Apple Green, the joy was so big that everyone danced a quick Tumford Stout jig. Now there was no need for Tum's folks to scold him. He'd learned his lesson. ... You'd already told him. But just to show that they both understood that no one can ever be perfectly good, the Stouts promised Tum he could sometimes be silly, as long as in private, and not willy-nilly. Yay! The three of them are dancing a jig. They look like they're having a lot of fun. And it's definitely true. It's great to be silly and not to take yourself too seriously, but there's always a time and a place, and you definitely don't want to do it to the point where you're annoying everyone. It's good to a certain degree, and some people think it's charming to be silly, but don't annoy people. Do not. So Tum, with a grin, mostly sweet and sincere, made a rude little noise into Georgie's left ear. And the Stouts loved him madly from whiskers to toes, just like I love you, ... And everyone knows. Aww, that's so sweet. So Tumford was naughty and made all that noise, and liked to be silly, and liked to cause all this ruckus, and farted, but he understood now that there's a time and a place for all of that. And he's hugging onto Georgie. We like that. The end. Hoped you liked this Storytime storybook. Please subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. And if you have suggestions for other books you would like me or my sidekick Millie to check out, even though she's not here at the moment, please email us or contact us through our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter handles. Until next time.